Okay. A very good evening, guys. Sorry, a very good morning. Can you all let me know if you all can hear me and see a screen? Let me know on the chat box if you can hear and see a screen. Yes. Can hear me clearly, can see me, can see a screen also. Yes, no. Yeah, right. Perfect. Okay. So today, guys, is our first day for our class. We do it online. So what I'll do is I'll take the first 1 hour to give you a small introduction about the subject, about me, and also about about how classes work. And the next 1 hour will start with unit number 1. So that's the plan for today. Today's class will go until around 10:30-ish. Maybe if I can finish the part that I had in mind beforehand, then I will finish it early. But ideally, the first 1 to 1.5 hours, we'll talk about the subject. I'll give you all an introduction, and then we'll get into the unit itself. Okay, so I know you all have a lot of questions with you, so much of stuff in mind. And also, if you all have any friends who are in the group, but they've forgotten to join online, I'm guessing you all would have got used to sleep until a little late now, given that O levels was done, and most of you all would have sometimes not started to go to school also. You all would have uh, got used to sleep until, I don't know, maybe 10, 11 o'clock. Maybe that's why some people are a little missing, but I think most of you all are here. So I'll start and we'll get going. Some of you all might already have the printed tute with you. Some of you all might not have the printed tute yet. So I'll just, before I get into anything, just to clarify, Lamai, this is our second batch for the 2025 A-level students. So I started a batch somewhere around in August for your same batchmates. And in that batch, now we have done classes for around 3-4 months. Just after O level, since a lot of students requested, I'm starting a new batch again. And classes for the month of December are completely free because some of you all are not even sure, should I do economics? Is learning online with me, is it the right thing? So I don't want any of you all to pay money and come, and then later, if in January, if you decide that no, what economics is not my subject, I don't want to learn online with this, then it's a waste of what you paid for December. That is why we offer classes for December completely free. So you, your friends, anyone, you all can come and try out the class, see whether you all understand, see whether you like the subject. Because if you don't like the subject, Lama, you all will not learn it. So don't do economics just because someone is forcing you to do, or any other subject. Don't do it just because someone is forcing you to do. Don't do it because someone else did it. Don't do for that reason. If you like the subject, if you like the teacher, you will then do great. If you don't like the subject, don't like the teacher, things don't go that great. So this 1 month, we'll have around 3 to 4 classes. Sometimes I might give you all a break during the Christmas week. So depending, you might have around 3 to 4 classes. During these 3 to 4 classes, this is the time for you to figure out, do you actually like the subject? Is economics your thing? Is learning online with me all right with you? So figure that out. And then if you're interested, you can pay the fee for January and you can join. So I'm also someone who comes from a very basic middle class family. I know how hard it is to pay class fees, school fees, and all. It's not an easy thing on your parents. So for that reason only, we offer it completely free. Come and try it out. I don't want to waste any of your money. So you're completely joining for free. The only thing that you will have to pay is the courier charge when the printed tutes are sent to your doorstep. So on my end, I spent close to around 1,000 rupees to print a file for y'all, the main tute, and inside that there is a few other tutes also. There is a past paper tute, there is a small workbook, there is a exam there, right? So you all would have got. How many of you all got your tutes, Lamai? I think all those who were registered earlier, I sent the tutes to you all. The ones who registered in the last 2-3 days, I have not sent it to you all yet. You all can let me know in the chat box also. Okay, nice. There is a lot of raised hands. I'm guessing around half of you all would have got your tutes. I sent the tutes, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere around on Wednesday or Tuesday. I can't remember the exact date. So for all those who have registered before that, you would have got your tutes. The ones who are registering, who registered on, let's say, Thursday, Friday, yesterday, you would have not got a printed set of tutes yet. So I will be sending the next set of printed tutes on Monday. So please make sure that you all have filled that registration form. I'll send the list of students who have filled that form also. So, because if you don't fill that registration form, you will not get the tute, because in that registration form only you mention your address, your contact number, because otherwise how can I send the tute? No. So make sure that you properly enter all of that. I will send the registration form again in the group. Don't worry if you all have missed that form. I'll send it after the class. If you have not filled it, please make sure to fill it. And also, if you all have any friends who are joining, just let them know to join as soon as possible so that I can send their tute also on Monday. Because I don't send tutes every single day. Usually every 4 or 5 days only I send. So if I send again this Monday, I might send the next set of tutes maybe somewhere around in Friday. So if I send on Monday, definitely before the next class, you all will have your tute. I'll inform that to you. So once again, classes for December are completely free. Don't pay anything for economics. You will get a printed set of tutes sent to your doorstep with a file. Inside the file, you should have a past paper tute, a unit test. You should have a few MCQs like a small workbook. And also you need to have the main unit 1 tute. So check if there are 4 parts inside your unit 1 file. Ideally 4. Right. With that said, we'll start and we'll get going little by little. I know you all have a lot of questions. We'll come to the questions in a while, Lamai. Most of the questions will be ideally clarified once I do the introduction. We'll start. Okay. Hoping that you all can see a different screen. Same thing though. My picture and something that says, "Are you ready?" But I hope you all saw the screen switch. Okay. So guys, we'll start and we'll get going. Just to clarify, the first main question: when are you going to have your A-levels? Any guesses, guys? When are you all going? When is your A-levels going to be? The whole schedule is messed up. O-levels that is supposed to happen in December for you all happen somewhere around in May. When you all think your A-levels is going to happen? 26th Jan. I don't know. I don't think it's that late. When you all think? You're ideally the 2025 batch. So it's like this, guys. Usually A-levels happen somewhere around in August. So I feel it's a little too early to say. So the education minister has told that from the 2025 batch onwards, they will be able to have it on the proper exact schedule. So that means they are planning now 2024 batch, there will be a delay. That is your seniors, for them, there will be a small delay. But the education minister is saying by the 2025 batch, we will be able to clear that backlog and we will be able to have exams scheduled as possible. So most likely we are looking at, for now, I don't know if it will get postponed. For now, we are targeting for an exam that's going to happen in August 2025. Happen in August 2025. That's our plan for now. Might get extended a little. It won't be coming closer. It might get pushed out a little, but it's going to become somewhere around in August. Maybe can go to November, can go towards the end. Worst case can be 2026, somewhere around January. But ideally, 2025 August is what we will prepare for according to what the education minister has said as well. So then, if you look at a small timeline, I don't want to scare you in the very first class, but do you realize that you have less than 2 years? This is already December. If you're looking at August in 2025, now in another 3-4 classes, we are already in 2024. So meaning you have now 2025 August means how much? 7 months in 2025, 1 entire year. So you have around 1 year, 7 months to go. That's a very short time. And that time will fly. Trust me, it's going to fly. We're starting today. We'll see how things go. Okay. So then, Lamai, to start off a little, before I think we get into anything, I think you all need to know who I am and what we do here. So I'm Arshad, and I've been teaching advanced level economics for the past, I will say, around 5 years. I started towards the end of 2017, and since then I've been teaching. So a little bit about me. I schooled at St. Thomas's, Mount Lavinia. I was a student who was among the top 50 in the island during A levels, and then I entered the University of Colombo. I have a degree in business economics, a first class degree there, and I've also completed CIMF. And currently, I also work for a econ firm. So in reality, also my job is about economics. That's the main reason why I don't do a physical class. So usually tuition teachers, they're full into tuition teaching. So therefore they have the time to do a physical and all of it. Since I also work for an econ firm, so my real actual job is doing economics. I predict exchange rates. I predict interest rates. Uh, what I mainly do is we do like consultancy. So like the major companies in Sri Lanka, the CEOs, the board of directors, and for all of them, what we do is we consult them. We tell them, look here, this is what is going to happen next year. So prepare according to this. This is what might happen. Then I don't know if you all have heard, right? Sri Lanka is currently in an IMF program. So what is this program going to be like? What will the exchange rate be next year? Because there are so many people importing, exporting. So they're very concerned with the exchange rate. So we predict those. We say, okay, this is what will be. Then we say, okay, interest rate will be somewhere around here. So, plan according to this. This is where the exchange rate will be low. So if you all are planning to do something, this is the right period. So that kind of a thing is what my actual job is. It's a very interesting job. And because of that, I am very, very updated on what is happening in the economy. So you ask me something what happened yesterday, I'll tell you what happened yesterday. So my job involves doing that whole thing. So that is the main reason that I don't want to give up on that job, because I feel it helps a lot with me teaching. Because some teachers, what they do is they purely teach you what is there in the teacher's guide. Teacher's guide has 100 odd mistakes and it's very outdated. So economics is a subject that you have to practically learn, especially what is happening in the country. Because without knowing what is happening in the country, learning all these old theories is not going to be something that is useful. You're not going to enjoy it. So that is why I make sure that I have my job as well. Along with that, whatever that I work in office, I try to bring it as much as possible to you all also. So how an economist would work is how we will learn as well. So that's a little bit about me. Did A levels at St. Thomas's, was among the top 50 in the island, entered the University of Colombo. I have a first class degree in business economics. I've completed CIMA as well. And I also work for one of the prestigious economic firms in Sri Lanka. And my daily job involves consultancy, forecasting, and all of that. So then I also teach your seniors as well. I have a 2023 A-level batch, the ones writing exams in January. They have less than a month to go. There is around 100 to 150 students there. There is a 2024 A-level batch, your immediate seniors. There is around 100 to 120 students there as well who learn under me. And then there is your. So my current first batch for the 2025 batch has I teach in 2 institutes, I'll come to that, close to around 80 students in total. So now you all are the second batch, which is about to start and get good. So that's a little bit about me. Any questions about me that you all have? That's the time to ask. Anything about me? Am I married? No. Anything else? No. How old am I? I did A-levels in 2017. Was born in 1998. You can do the maths and figure it out. then now I will get into how this thing would work. Oh, give me a second. I think right. I'll make a small adjustment here. This is the class times for this. I added the thing. I have downloaded the wrong PDF. Okay. So listen very carefully, Lamai, how your class will work and how things will go. Your permanent, now I am not planning to carry a second batch until A levels. So I currently have a first batch where I do classes on Monday from 7 to 9. Monday 7 to 9 p.m. online is their permanent class time. So now you all are joining today on Sunday. So for the second batch, that is your batch. For batch 2, I will be doing the class on Sunday from 8:30 to 10:30 a.m. But remember guys, this class is not going to be a class until A levels. So what we are going to do is this. We'll take December and January, and by the end of January, I'm going to finish unit number 1 with you. Okay. I'll talk about how many units are there, how does it work, don't worry. I will finish unit number 1 with you by the end of January. So that means unit number 1 is done. The first batch just started unit number 2. Unit number 1 and 2 are not connected at all. So even without knowing unit number 1, you can learn unit number 2. They are not connected at all. Completely independent units. So then from January onwards, you will learn unit number 1 on Sunday morning, this class time. And also you will parallelly learn unit number 2 with the first batch. That is in January. In December, we will only have one class. Otherwise, in December itself, if we start to learn 1 and 2 together, you get scared. So in December, we will learn unit number 1 and 2 on Sundays. From January onwards, Sundays, you will learn unit number 1. End of January, unit number 1 is done. Sunday class is over. You will continue unit number 2 with the same batch. So then somewhere around by the end of January, you all will also be on track with the first batch. Because I don't want you all to fall behind level, because we are already a little late now, with O-levels getting postponed, results taking time to come. You all are already a little behind. So I don't want you all to forever be behind. So by the end of January, you all will also be on the same track with the first batch. That's the plan. And then from February onwards, you will have your main class time, Monday 7 to 9 p.m. So your usual class is permanent class time until A levels is Monday 7 to 9. For December and January, you will also have classes on Sunday morning. That is just to cover up unit number 1. That is how your classes will go. So once again to repeat, in December, you will have 4 classes on Sunday. That's it. We will do unit 1. From January, for whoever who wishes to pay the fees and register, from January onwards, once you pay and register, I will send you the unit 2 tutes also. You will learn unit 2 on Mondays with the first batch. Unit 1 separately on Sunday you will learn. By the end of January, or maybe first few weeks of February, we will finish unit number 1. Sunday's class is over. So unit 1 is done. Then you're on track with the first batch to learn unit 2. That's the plan that I have for you all now. Because I don't want for you all to fall behind. Because otherwise, when your term exams come in school, right, you all would have learned a lot. But in class, we are still behind. I'm usually someone who doesn't drag a unit very much. I give you all the proper things that is necessary. And we are always on time. Okay. So then in terms of the class itself, this is a class that is trusted by more than 100 odd students. My previous batches, there are students who've done it. I'll talk about the island ranks and all how students have achieved. We will be covering the syllabus 5 times before your exam. And I don't know if you know this. If you have any seniors, you can ask. I am someone who usually finishes the syllabus very much ahead. So if your exam is in 2025 August, I will finish the syllabus, the theory class syllabus, by somewhere around March itself. Some teachers drag the syllabus until the very end. I will not be doing that because I want you all to stand out from everyone else. We will learn all the units. So I will try to do it before your school does it. So if I can do it before your school does it, then whenever you all are learning in school, for those who are going to school, you all will understand it better and it will definitely help your term exam. So I'll try my level best to always be ahead of school. And then the biggest advantage is this. I'll come to the recordings and all in a while. We send printed tutes courier to your doorstep also. So I don't believe in PDFs and all much. So even though it's an online class, a proper printed file, inside the file, the set of tutes will be sent to your doorstep. So you might not have tutes every month, every unit, there is a set of tutes. So once the unit is done, the next set of tutes will be sent. So you only have to pay the courier charge. How much did they charge, guys? The ones who got the tube? 360. That's what they have told me they will charge. How much did they charge you? 360, 370. So roughly around 360 is what I was told. So you will have a courier charge of that amount to pay and collect your tube. So that's the basic story. I'll go into detail in a little. Just to give you all an idea, okay, how many students sit for commerce for A levels? This is English medium, Sinhala medium, Tamil medium. I'll count the number of units also. There are slides on that. Roughly around, in all three mediums, there is roughly around 100,000 students who sit for A level commerce. In total, there is around 300,000 students who do A levels. There are art students, math students, bio students, all of them are also there. Commerce is around 100,000 students. We roughly have around 100,000. So I'm just trying to show you, okay, within the next, let's say 1.5 years, is our target will be from this 100,000 to at least come among the first 1,000 in the island. There are 100,000 students. We will target to come among the first 1,000 in the island. Even better, we will try to come among the first 100 in the island. Just think how hard that is. You have how many students, guys? You have 100,000 students. Your island ranks, whatever rank that you get, you don't get separate island ranks, English medium island first, Sinhala medium island first. There's nothing like that. Whatever paper, whatever island rank that you get is for all the commerce students. So let's say your island first out of 100,000 students, not 100 students, 100,000 students. So in your class, you might have around 20 to 30 students in school. So in reality, you're not competing with 20 to 30, you're competing with 100,000 people up. So from this 100,000, even if you can come among the first 1,000 people, even if you can come among the first 1,000 people, that means you're among the top 1% in the island. You're among the top 1%. So even coming among the top 1,000 is not easy. Come on, think 100,000 people, and if you're among the top 1,000 in the island, when your results come, if your island rank is something below 1,000, that means you're among the top 1% in the island. Imagine if you can come among the top 100. If you come among the top 100, you're, as a percentage, you're among the top 0.1%, which is not a very easy task. So we will aim for that. And I am not someone who judges you all based on your O-level results. And Congratulations for doing well and passing the exam. It doesn't matter what you were during O levels. A levels is a separate thing. Whether you got 9 A's for O levels, whether you only have 1 A or you don't even have any A, it doesn't matter. Because A levels is completely different. Today is your first day. All of y'all right now are at the same level. By the end of January, you will be at the same level with the first batch as well. So all of y'all are, just think of it now. Don't think of this as a competition, but think of it as a race. Right now, all of y'all are at the starting point. If this is the starting point, all of y'all are over here. No one is ahead. No one has learned economics before. No? Unless you all have done Cambridge or edXL, you all have not learned economics. No one has studied way ahead also. And this is your end. So, what you all did during O levels, who you were during O levels, doesn't matter. So, I'm not ever going to ask you what your O level results are, what did you do, right? But this is based on your O level, this is what you can do for A levels. I'm not going to talk about that. That's not my responsibility. For me, all of you all now are at the same equal level. And what you all do during this 1.5 years, or maybe a little bit more than 1.5 years, is what's going to define where you are at the end. Some of you all will go to the end, do really, really well. Some of you all, during this 1.5 years, you start playing the pool. Some of you all will go to that, getting that result of an A. Some of you all might start playing the pool, maybe like you all did in O levels. You all might come somewhere, fall back, maybe a B, a C, an S. That is your decision to make. So I'm telling you, forget about what you were during O levels. That doesn't matter. And I'm telling you, all of y'all here have the capability of coming among the top 1,000 in the island, or even better, coming among the top 100 in the island. If you can do that, you're perfect. So all of y'all are at the beginning. Don't think, sir, I studied in Tamil medium, sir. Sir, I studied in English, in Sinhala medium. Sir, I don't think I can do this. Sir, for O levels, I got only 2 A's. Sir, I don't think I can get this done. That doesn't matter. If you are determined, if you can put your past aside, I'll give you proper study habits. Now, I'm not joking around. I'm also a student who was among the top 50 in the island in my A-level year. Out of the 100,000, I was among the top 50 in the country. And since then only I started teaching. My students have been among the top 50, top 100 in the island. I've had students, I've not had an island first yet, I have to be very honest there. I've had a lot of district first. I've had around 2 to 3 district firsts. I've had district seconds. Still not come to a island first level. Hopefully someday, maybe from your batch, you don't know. So my students have done it. I have done it. You can also do it. You just need to follow the simple steps that I tell you. So I'm not joking around. I'm also a student from a local university with a first class degree of a GPA of more than 3.9. I don't know if you all know what a GPA is, but don't worry about that. So my methods work as long as you listen to me. If you listen to me, get things done. And I'm not someone who encourages anyone to study 24/7. Don't do that, guys. You're wasting your best 2 years in A-levels. Did I do double 18? No, guys. I just did the normal 3 subjects. Econ, business and account. Rankings, no. Rankings is not for the subject. Rankings come for the stream. Commerce stream, I learn first. You don't get like a subject for your rank. For your ranking for your subject, rankings, island ranks are for the entire stream itself. Okay? So what I want you to do is I want you all to enjoy this next 1.5 years. You all are not going to get this again. This is your best time. And if you all have the opportunity to go to a school, please go, Lamai. Now, some of you all, I understand there are financial issues. You can't afford going to a school. That kind of things are there. That's all right. But if you have the opportunity to go to a school, even maybe after your results changing into another school, if you can go to a better school, definitely do that. And this next 1.5 years is the best 1.5 years you're going to have. No, guys, economics is not only under the commerce stream, it's there under the art stream also. Subject is the same. There is no, the paper is the same, syllabus is the same. So, economics can be done by commerce stream students, also by art stream. So, I teach both commerce and arts. I'm only putting the commerce people here because mainly most of you all are commerce, a few of you all are arts, I know that. So, economics is the same for any stream. There is no separate papers. There is no separate syllabus. It's just the same paper, same syllabus. Everything is the same. It's just that you go under commerce stream. Some of you all go under the arts. So please have that in mind. Going forward, I'll give you all small tips to follow. I'll give you all the tips that I followed. If you can get this, you can definitely get that. Can you get into Harvard if you island first? You can definitely try. Chances are very high. You can become among the top. You can become the first in the island. You can definitely, I'm not saying that you'll definitely get there, but definitely the chances of you getting there is very, very high. So you can apply even to any your local universities, anyone will take you if you're among the first, let's say 500 in the island. Foreign universities, scholarships, you can apply if you have a good island rank, and backing with your island rank if you have extracurricular. Just studying will not sometimes get you there. Maybe being a part of clubs and societies, if you are maybe a part of a sport, part of, let's say, some community work, maybe a club that does some community work, maybe if you're a prefect in school, showing some leadership qualities, those kind of things, along with studying, will definitely help you all if you all are planning to get into a foreign university. Okay? Yeah. Then that's about the competition and how it works. So then, Lamai, we'll get into the question that most of you all have is, sir, is online learning enough for us? So all my friends are going for physical classes, sir. Online is a little boring for me. My friends are not there next to me, sir. I am sitting alone in front of a computer or a phone and waiting. And it gets a little boring. So I will agree with you all. An online class might not be as fun as a physical class. I have to agree with. In a physical class, the boys, you have the girls to look at, the girls, you all have the boys to look at, right? You can, but you have your friends next to you sitting, he'll pinch you, you will pinch him, right? You crack a joke, that is there. I agree. So it's not as fun as a physical class. But there are way bigger benefits of an online class. So let me just show this to you. You can anyway, you all are coming for free this month. Come for free and see. If you still think if the online class is not working in January, feel free to join any class you want. I will not stop you at all. Okay. So the biggest reason is, there are 3 reasons that I will highlight. Number 1 is it saves a lot of time. You all will not realize this now. Right now, most of you all, some of you all are not going to school also. You have enough and more time right now, only 3 classes a week. You all are not going to school also. Let me just tell you 1 year from now. Now, this is 23 December, say 2024 December. In 2024 December, you will be going to school 5 days a week. 5 days you have school. On top of this, I will assume that you all are not students who only go to school. Some of you all will be doing sports. Some of you all must be prefects in school. Some of you all will be a part of clubs and society. You will have some extracurricular, and please do some extracurricular. Please don't only be the people who study. Don't finish your A-level life like that. I will not encourage that as well. I don't want you all to be super nerdy people who only studies, goes to school, come home, study. Don't be that. Okay. If you get a chance to be a part of different extracurricular activities, be a part. Work on your personality. Work on how to talk to one another person. Work on your speaking skills. Work on your presenting skills. Those will be very important subjects. So you will be doing some extracurricular. I don't know what you will be doing. At least you will be a prefect. At least you will be a part of a club or society. At least a sport you will have that. And then in terms of classes, next year, you will also have, in addition to a theory class, we will also do a revision class where we will start doing papers and all. It's very important to work on answer writing. So per subject, you have 2 classes, one theory class, one revision. How many subjects? 3 subjects. So a total of 6 classes. So just think, Lamai, think about your week. For a week, you go to school 5 days. In addition to that, you might have some extracurricular, maybe 2-3 days a week. You might have some prefective duty, early morning, sometimes you have to go. There are things like that. In addition to that, if you also have 6 classes a week, and imagine all 6 classes are physical. Sometimes after school, you have to travel. In the traffic, 1.5 hours, 1 hour it would take. After that, the class finishes around 4-5 o'clock in the evening. Then office time. By the time you come home at night, it's around what time? It's around 6:37. You're dead exhausted. You can't get any. So compared to all of that, if you can have, now, if you all want to have a set of physical classes, try to have a balance of it. Try to have a balance of physical and online if you really want some physical interaction. But I'm telling you, students who've just learned online with me have been among the top 100, top 50 in the island. So don't worry about will it help me enough to get a good result? That's not going to be a problem. So it definitely saves a lot of time because you don't have to worry about traveling. You don't have to worry about getting stuck in the traffic. And especially for the 20 now, I'll tell you about my 2023 batch. Recently, in the last 2-3 months, I had 5 classes a week. So imagine if those 5 classes a week are physical. Every day you have to travel. Think about the money that you will spend for traveling and forget about the money, the time that you will spend. And imagine if you have 5 classes a week, not just for econ, for the other subjects also. That is when you're nearing A level. 15 classes a week, if you're going physical, you have no time to study. So that's why it definitely helps with balancing time. You will not realize it now. Right now, you all are free. No? So right now, you will be like, this fellow is dabbling. Right now, I have enough and more time. No, I will go for it. But towards the end, you will realize how much of time it saves. And that will help you balance everything else. Be a part of a sport, do your extracurricular. It does help. Then the second biggest reason, Lamai, is this. This is especially something that you will have in my class. Every single class that I do, including today's class, I will be recording it and I will be uploading it onto my website. You all will get access to the website in January. For now, since this is a free class, I will upload it on YouTube because website, there is a username, password, only you can watch, you can't share it with anyone else. Then it gets blocked. There is a system, I'll teach that you all later. For now, I'll upload it on YouTube. But every class that we do will be recorded and uploaded on the website. So then what happens? Even if you miss the class, extracurricular activity, thundering. Let's say, sir, my brother is getting married, or my cousin is getting. You are having prefix duty. You have some sports. You are not feeling well. Any reason, if you miss the live class, you don't have to trouble me, sir, send the recording, sir, send the recording. You don't have to do that. Within 24 hours, the recording is uploaded on the website. You will have a username and a password. You can enter that, log into the website, you can watch that. So, for any reason, you will never miss a class. That is something that is not there in a physical class. And I'll give you another big advantage, is that is something that I personally do. All the recordings uploaded to the website is available until A-level. All the recordings uploaded will be available until. So even let's say one day before A-levels, if you want to come to today's class and watch it, you can. So again, you will not realize this now. Now you won't see the advantage. But later, let's say 1 year from now, you can't remember things. You can always come back and you can revise. There is no limit on the number of times you can watch the recording. If you want to watch the recording 100 times, go ahead and watch 100 times. I don't think you will need it to watch 100 times, but you can always do that. Now, that's an advantage that you will never find in a physical class. And I'm telling you guys, A-levels, every class is connected to the next class. So if you usually miss one class, let's say something happened, sports or extracurricular, anything, your next class will be, you might not understand 100% because it's connected to the previous one. Let's say for some reason you missed around 3-4 classes, like you had to go abroad or fell sick or something, who knows, we can't say that. Let's say you miss around 2-3 classes and you go, let's say in the 4th class, now you go to 4th class and you're sitting and wait. You might not understand anything. And that is where students start to fall back. That is where students start to complain to the teacher. They complain to the parents, whatever this fellow is teaching, we can't understand. Not that because he is teaching bad, not that your physical teacher is bad, it's because you have missed the last 2-3 classes. You don't know what is happening now. So in the 4th class, when you go, you don't understand. So because in the 4th class is connected to the previous classes. When you go there, now you're like, now this fellow is teaching, nothing is going into my head. What do you do? Now you start scolding the teacher. Then what do you do? Now you're like, let's go to another sir. So my friend is going to this sir, I will stop this class and I will go to another class. Within the entire 1.5 years, you switch to around 3-4 teachers. You have not learned anything. That is what happens. So that problem is avoided when it is. You will never miss a class. Even if you miss it, within 24 hours, I will upload it. So before the next class, try to watch the recording. And so that way, you will never get out of track. And that's the biggest trick on getting an island rank. I'll give you all the tricks also in a while. It's to always stay on track. Don't lose focus. You should know, right? Okay. So this week, sir is going to do this. Last week, he did this. Okay. Right. So within the week, take around 15-20 minutes. Last week, sir did this. No. So I will take around 15-20 minutes to go through this. Now, next week, I will understand that. So always be on track. Let's say for 3 weeks, you vanished. You don't come for class also. You don't do anything. 3 weeks, you vanish. 4th week, you come back. You have lost. If you're always on track, getting that A is not at all hard. Because there are only 3 subjects. No? Some people scare you. I'll tell you, A-levels, if you properly do it from the beginning, is easier than O-levels. I will tell this. No other teacher will tell you. All the other teachers will tell A-levels is way harder. I will personally tell you, for me, A-levels was way easier than O-levels because you only have 3 subjects. You can focus on 3 small things and you have to be on track. You don't have to study science and maths and biology and all of that is not there. You focus on 3 subjects, stay on track every day, you're completely fine. That's another big advantage of learning online. I don't know if all the other teachers, they provide recordings like this, but given it's an online class, I want to make the best use of it. So I will give, don't worry at all. Every recording will be there on the website. Watch any amount of times as you need. And then in terms of tutes and all also, I will be printing proper nice tutes. You will get a file, you will get a tute inside that, the set of tutes, and it will be sent to your doorstep. So you have a complete set of tutes in front of you. You can go through them any amount of times. You highlight, paste sticky notes, do anything. That's completely fine. That's your tute. Look after it, because I'm usually someone who is not very stingy. I don't try to cut down. Now I can easily cut down on my cost by removing the file. To print that file itself, it cost me around 100 rupees, 150 rupees. I can just cut off the file. I can, sometimes even in the tute, I put a hard cover. In your main tute, I put a hard cover. Just to print that cover itself, it costs around 100 rupees. So I can, cut off that and put like a small paper cover. So, but I am not someone who is like that, because I feel only if you get nice material, nice files, nice tutes, if you write nicely, if you use colored pens if possible, only then you will also like to study. Because on your end, Lamai, you need to don't think of A-levels as a burden. A-levels has to be something you should be excited about it, and you should do it with a lot of enthusiasm. You need to have that look here. I will get this done. Okay, I will somehow get this done. So you need to have that mentality when you're doing A-levels. Class fees, Lamai, usually now for December you don't have to pay. Usually you pay your class fees by the 10th of each month. So the class fees for January ideally has to be paid before the 10th of January. That's how the class fees will work. Since this month there is no class fees, I'll not talk about those. I'll come to that in a while. So this is the reason why you should learn online, and my students have done it as well. This is the 2021 batch, 2022 people. I have not put them here. So these are certain students. I've just put a few students who become district first, commerce stream, art stream, and all of that. There are more students from the recent batch. I have not updated my slide yet. So it works. Trust me when I say it works. My current A-level batch is writing for exams in January. Once their results come, I'm pretty sure they would have done very well. When they do it, when their results come, I'll let you know their results as well. So don't have that doubt about, so I think online I might not learn. So I think online is not enough for me. Remove that doubt from your head. I'll guarantee you it works. And by any chance, even in January, if you pay the class fees, and by the end of January, if you feel that you wasted your money, I will give you a full refund. I won't ask any questions from you. End of January, you come and tell me, sir, I think your class is not working out for me. I don't understand. Can you give me a refund? I will not ask any question, why, what happened, why are you going? Nothing like that. I'll give you a full refund, because I also come from a very basic middle class family. I know how hard it was for my parents to pay my class fee, my school fee. So I will never ever waste any of your money. I don't want any of you all to feel in vain I wasted money coming to our sister's class. I just hate people thinking about that. So if you ever pay a fee, feel that you didn't learn anything, please don't feel shy. That is your parents' hard-earned money. Always drop me a text. So I didn't learn anything. I want a refund. End of the month, you can get your refund. I will happily give you. That is a promise that I will make. Trust me, it works. Then, coming to the syllabus. Any questions, guys, before we get into the syllabus content and all? Anything? Question? Fine. Okay. So coming to your syllabus content itself. Guys, Lamai, we have in our econ syllabus, we have 12 units. How many units? We have 12 units. Okay, private A-levels, I'll come to it. Give me a second. So you have 12 units in your A-level syllabus. The first 6 units, the ones that are there in colored here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The first 6 units is done in the first year of your A-level. Usually A-levels is 2 years. First year of A-levels, you do unit number 1 to 6. That is, different schools have different grades. Ideally, grade 12. Some schools they call it different. That doesn't matter. First 6 units is done in your first year of A-levels. And then the remaining 6 units, Now you will see, so there are only 5, The last one is combined, 11 and 12. The remaining 6 units is the second year of your A level. First 6, second. So even in school, that's how it will go. So usually how it goes, now the pattern is a little changed now. So usually your first term exam will be these 2 units. Every year you have 3 term exams now. Second term exam will be from unit number 1 to 4. Third term exam in your first year will be unit number 1 to 6. Then 2 to 2 gets added. That's how it usually goes. But now since A levels has got postponed, there is a timing delay, it can get a little different from school to school. So don't worry about those. That's how it is. So you have 6 units in grade 12. You have 6 units in grade 13 to get covered. That's how your A-level syllabus basically goes. Is that okay? Fine. 6 and 6. So we will start with unit number 1. So these units are not very small. Usually one unit will take around 1.5 months to 2 months to finish. That's why I told you unit number 1 I will finish at the end of January. So these units are a little big. Not like units that you can finish in 1 or 2 days. No. A bit big units. Okay. Then coming into your paper, this is also I highlighted. You have 6 units in your grade 12 syllabus, and you have another 6 units in your grade 13. So in total, grade 12 and grade 13, some schools might call it differently. They might not have grade 12, 13. Some will have 12, 13, 14. That doesn't matter. In total, you will have 12 units in economics. Especially the grade 13 units are the ones that are practical. The ones that talk about the country itself. Now, for example, we'll talk about inflation. Remember last year prices of goods went up. We'll talk about how did that happen? What are the reasons there? What's the theory behind? Then we'll talk about things like exchange rates. We'll talk about things like interest rates. Why did our exchange rate, which was $1 was 200 rupees? How did it become $1 330 rupees? What happened? How is that number coming? Why did we have this fuel crisis? Why did we have the petrol crisis? Right? All of those we'll be talking about practical aspects in the grade 13 unit. The grade 12 units are a little bit more into theory and calculations, learning the basics. That's how the syllabus is divided. Then, talking about your paper structure. Now, from after at the end of 2 years, what kind of a paper do we get? Any guesses, Lamai? How much of marks do we get in total? Now we have, okay, there is a paper 1 and a paper 2. Any guesses? How many marks do you all think? How much for paper 1, how much for paper 2, or how much in total? There are 2 papers that you get for econ. Guesses? Certain subjects, different subjects have different marks. For econ, this is how your paper goes. For paper 1, okay, you get 50 MCQs. Paper 1, econ, okay? Other papers have a different structure. Econ paper 1, you get 50 MCQ. One MCQ has 5 options. Remember in O level, one MCQ had 4 options. From 4, you have to select one. In A levels, one MCQ will have 5 options. I'll show you all some A level papers. You can even, if you have the tute with you, just open the unit 1 past paper tute and see. You will see. First, the MCQs are there. One MCQ has 5 options. So each MCQ will give you 2 marks. Will give you how many marks? Will give you 2. You have 50 MCQs. Each MCQ has 5 options. There's nothing to write. You just have to underline the correct answer. Each MCQ gives you 2 marks. So your paper 1 is for 100 marks. You have a paper 1 for 100. Then paper 2. Paper 2, Lamai, is further divided into 2 subsections. There is subsection A. There is subsection B. Your paper 2 has 2 subsections. Each of these subsections have 5 questions, 5 big questions. If you have the past paper, you just turn and see. You all will see towards the end of after the MCQ, the essay questions are there. Okay, you will have question 1, question 2, question 3, question 4, question 5. Subsection A, guys, is from the grade 12 syllabus. From the grade 12, you have 5 big questions. This is not one big question, okay? So each of these questions will carry 20 marks. But this is not one big like a essay 20 mark maybe. So this also is further divided. Now inside question number 1, you will have subsection 1, subsection 2, subsection 3, subsection 4. Sometimes 4 subsections, 5 marks each. Sometimes 5 subsections, 4 each. That depends on the year, that we can't definitely say. So all of this together only gives you 20 marks. So likewise, you have 5 questions in subsection A. Question 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Each question carries 20 marks, but it's not one big 20 mark question. Inside that also small questions are there. Question 1, subsection 1. Question 2, part 2. Question 2, part 3. Question 2, part 4. Likewise, there are small subsections. Same way, in subsection B, that is your grade 13 syllabus. Here also, you have 5 questions. That is question number 7, question number 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in subsection A, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in subsection B. Same way. Here also, each question has 20 marks and each question, it's not a one big 20 mark question. There are subsections. Question 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5, sometimes 4. There are small sub. That's how your paper 2 looks like. So then if you look at this, 20 into 10, 20 into 500, 20 into 500, 200 marks. Do you have to write all of this thing? Or do you have a choice? What do you all think? Should I write all 5 from A, 5 from B? That means total 10 essay questions. Or do I have a choice? What do you all think? Choice? Or do they tell you to write all? There is a choice. How do you think? What kind of a choice do you think you will have? Yes, this is only for econ. Nah? Other subjects have a different structure that your teacher will teach you. How do you think? What do you think about the choice? The choice is, Lamai, you have to write, this econ paper is the subject that you get the best choice from. Okay? You have to write a total of only 5 questions. One question is 20 marks. No? So 20 marks, one big question is 20 marks. Then if you write 5 questions, you get 100. Now, you can't write any 5 questions. From 10 questions, you write only 5. But minimum from one section, you have to do 2 questions. Minimum from one section. Now, that means you can't do all the 5 questions from subsection A. You can't do that. That means subsection B, you have not done anything. So, minimum from a section, you have to do 2 questions. That means you can do 3 questions from subsection A, 2 questions from subsection B. Or you can do 3 questions from subsection B and 2 questions from A. At least 2 questions you have to do from one subsection. So minimum 2 questions per subsection has to be done. So you have from 10 questions, you write only 5, but that doesn't mean you can only do the first 5. Because then a student will only learn the grade 12 syllabus and do the paper if he does only this thing. So that there is no best combination like that along the years when we learn the paper, when we learn the units. You all can decide which questions are easy for you. I will not go into more detail. Question 1 is from unit number 1. Question 2 is from unit number 2. It's like that. More lazy. Okay. We will target questions and all later. In the first class, don't worry about targeting questions now. We will do all of it. But just have that in mind. So paper 1, once again, 50 MCQs, 2 marks per MCQ, 100 marks. Paper 2, there are 10 questions. You have to only write 5. Not any 5. From subsection A and B, minimum 2. So minimum 2 questions you have to write. So minimum 2 from here, minimum 2 from here. So ideally 3 and 2 or 2 and 3. Okay, that's the combination. So 5 questions, that also gives you 100 marks. So your total paper is out of 200 marks. Your econ paper, paper 1 is 100, paper 2 is 100. So your total paper 1 and 2 is out of 200. Then to get an A, how much do you need out of 200? To get an A, out of 200, if you want to get an A, out of 100, you have to get 75. Out of 200, you have to get 150. How much do you need for a B, C, and a S? We will not talk about it because we don't care. Right now, we only want a A. So don't even know how much you need for a B, C, and a S. Not right now, we have 1.5 years. Like I said at the beginning, all of you all are at the same level right now. So there's a long way to go. So this is your target. Minimum A, right? We will target to get not 150. We will target to get around 180, 190 out of the 1. That is where you get the good island rank. Your minimum target is to get 75 out of 100. Keep that. No 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. No. Minimum is a 75 for you. That's how I will be teaching you. That's how I want you to study as well. All subjects, rule is the same. Don't target, sir, I am planning to get 2, 3 SLs and pass A levels. Don't do A levels, man. If you're starting now for A levels, if you're coming for a class, going for a school, you target at least the A. Your main target has to be to get 200 out of 200. You shoot for the moon. Shoot for 200 out of 200. You will at least end up with 150. But definitely more than 150 is because I don't want anyone to get 75 also. I feel that's like a waste of the effort. But 2 years will target at least 180, 190. That is 90 to 95 marks out of your 100. Within these 2 years, I'll take you there. You just have to follow what I ask you to do. Okay? This is your minimum target. I don't want any of you all, please, now my first day itself, don't think my O-level results are only this much. A-levels, even if I get 3 C's enough. No. I'll tell you, I've had friends for O-levels, right? They've done it in different mediums, not English medium. They've done it in Sinhala medium. Had only 1 A. I think the only A they had, I can't remember which subject. They had only 1 A. For A-levels, they were among the top 150 in the. I have a friend now, he was at, he graduated from the University of Sri Javadanapura. For O-levels, he had only 1 or 2 A's. A-levels, his island rank was 140 or 150 odd. When I say 140, 150, that's out of 100,000 students. So just imagine, someone who had only 1 or 2 A's for O-levels was among the top 200 in the island in A-levels. So what you were in O-levels, like I said before, doesn't matter. And I also had friends the other way also, who had 9 A's for O-levels, who ended up with just 3 S's with A-levels. There are people like that. So that's why I'm telling you, what you are during O-levels doesn't matter. All of you all are now starting fresh. Your minimum target has to be 150 out of 200 or 75 out of 100. That's your minimum target. We'll definitely aim for more. We will aim for 180, 190. Minimum target is a 150. Is that clear? The paper structure and what your minimum target is. And please don't be the crowd who gives excuses. Okay? Very common excuses I hear is, sir, I did A levels in another medium, sir. I don't understand English much, right? That is one excuse. There are people who give the excuses, I was sick, sir, so I couldn't cover up now. I don't understand. Econ, there is nothing online. If you are sick, right, take a 2 week break, go to the hospital and come. After that, the recording is there. So don't give me the excuse saying, sir, I couldn't study, sir. I missed the class. You missed the class, I will give you the recording, you can watch. So don't give that excuse. Another excuse I hear is, sir, I am not very good with maths, sir. So now econ, there is around 30% calculations are there. Calculations are the easiest. So the calculations you have is addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. That is not O-level math. That is grade 5, grade 6 math. So don't give me the excuse saying, sir, I don't know maths, because you don't know math means you don't know addition, multiplication, subtraction, division. I'm hoping none of you are at that level. If you can't do those four, then yes, econ is not the subject for you. You don't have to know these advanced maths, algebra, trigonometry, this metry, that metry. Those don't know. You just need to know addition, subtraction, division, multiplication. So don't give me the excuse and say, sir, I am not good with maths, sir. That is why I can't. So no language excuses. No, I missed the class, sir. I don't understand now excuses. No stupid maths excuses. So you all need to be during these 2 years, not just for one, change your attitude. Your attitude needs to be, I will get this done. No matter how hard it is, no matter what happens, I will get this done. It's not about this is too hard, I can't do this. This unit it doesn't go to my head. Get rid of that negative mentality. Have a positive attitude. You can get it done. It doesn't matter. I am telling this for the 100th time because I know this still doesn't break your head. For O levels, I only got this much. For A levels, I might only just pass. Doesn't matter. What you did for O level, I don't care what your results are. I don't even ask you. I will not even judge you based on your results. So don't even feel shy what your result is. I will never know. If you did well, congratulations. Good job. But that doesn't matter. We are on a separate thing. If you can change your attitude, if you can change your learning habits, I will not ask you to study 2 hours, 3 hours a day. No. Right now, during the first few months, the only thing I will ask you is half an hour a week. So half an hour a week is all that I will ask you to study. Come to class for 2 hours, half an hour a week study. I'll give you a plan when we go forward. I'll give you all, don't worry about that. Just half an hour. If you can do that, now don't come and tell, sir, I don't have half an hour a week. Again, I don't want you to be the excuse crowd. Half an hour a week, if you can't find, that means you are a parent with 3-4 children and have so much of work. So I guess it's not the case. So we'll start little by little. We will increase the workload and we will get it done. So then on my end, I'll come to Z scores. I'll cover the syllabus 5 times with you. Right now is our theory class. Okay, we will do a theory class. This is the class that we just started. Next year, somewhere around in June, July, we will start a revision class. What do we do in the revision class? In the revision class, we will quickly recap the theory. I will summarize the theory in 1 hour. Next 1 hour or 1.5 hours, we will do a paper from that unit. That is how the revision class works. Quickly summarize theory, go to a paper. We'll work on answer writing. Very important. Then after that, now theory and revision, I will, now let's say A levels is in August. By somewhere around February, March 2025, okay? February, March, I will complete theory and revision. That means around 6 months before your exam, you have learned the syllabus twice with theory done, revision done. Then I will start, once theory and revision is over, then I will start something called a fast track class. Now, this is a very advanced program. This is where for a week, we will do 1 unit. In 1 week, I will finish unit number 1. I will only teach the most difficult areas and we will do like a very difficult paper from unit number 1. So for a week, we will have 3 classes in the fast track, that is in 2025, but not now. For a week, we will do 1 class. No, for a week, we'll do 1 unit. We will have around 3 classes a week, focusing on the most difficult areas. So that also we will finish the syllabus like 1, 2, 3, 4 all the way until 12. Then after that, we will do a mock exam series. We will do papers, only papers. Now you have learned the syllabus for theory done, revision done, fast track done. Once fast track is also done, we will do a mock exam series. There, what we'll do is papers way harder than your A-level paper, which won't be easy. So it's going to be papers very, very hard, but nothing that is not, I won't put things out of your syllabus, but I will make the questions very tricky. So usually a student who gets around 80 in my mock exam gets around 95 in A-level. People who get around 60 out of 100, not out of 200, around 60 in my mock exam, they get an A in A-level. So mock exam papers are hard, not like your A-level paper. It's way hard. And then also we will do a past paper class. So in our revision class, we don't do past papers, okay? We will do a past paper class. We will do all the past papers that is relevant. So that way I will cover the syllabus 5 times. In addition to this, there are a few more that I do also. We will have a final seminar covering the thing. And also I recently wrote 2 books, 2 MCQ books, which has 1000 MCQ, grade 12 book, grade 13 book. So we will do the MCQ books also. There are 2 MCQ books covering 1000 MCQ. So 500 MCQs each. One is for grade 12, one is for grade 13. So this is the additional stuff that we will do in addition to doing all of them. So this way, you will learn the syllabus around 5-6 times with me before doing your paper. Mock exams also, now for the current batch, I did 12 mock exams. So all these mock exams we will discuss. I will print and send the papers to you with the answers. So you will submit your answers. We will mark every paper and give you feedback on the papers. That's how it goes. So every paper you all will write, you will mark it, and that's the mock exam. So all of this is systematically planned out for you. For now, don't get scared. We will start only with the theory. For now, until somewhere around June, July, only theory class will go. Then revision also will get added. Once theory and revision is done, fast track. We won't have all 5 classes together, okay? Once theory and revision is done, only fast track will start. Once fast track is over, then mock exam. Parallelly, this one I will start somewhere around in 2024 end. I will start the past paper class that we will have a separate day and we will do. That's a different thing. Okay, that's the whole plan that I have for you all. Trust me, it works. I don't want any of you all settling for anything less than an A. We can get this done. Right. So what I offer, the basic stuff that I talked about. Every week after, not today though, today since I don't have anything. After we do the lesson, we have a small quiz every week, like a small MCQ quiz every week we have. After the lesson, we have a quiz. So the winner will get a reload also. That means every week I can figure out whether you studied anything. Okay, so we'll have weekly small assessments. At the end of the unit, there is a paper for every unit we will do. I finished the syllabus 5 times. This is the biggest advantage I will say. All classes will be done, recorded, put on the website, and then we'll send printed tutes also. I don't charge separately for tutes. Only the courier charge is there. Now, just to clarify, certain teachers who teach online, for the tute printing is a big cost. I don't have to lie to you after the economic crisis. Whatever tutes that I printed for 200 rupees, now I print for around 600, 700 rupees. So earlier, just to give you all, one A4 bundle with 500 pages, earlier the price was 400 rupees. 500, you all have seen A4 bundles. Earlier price was 400 rupees. Now the price is close to 2,000. So price has increased by 5 times. Same with the printing cost. So therefore, some teachers for the fare on their end. So for some teachers, for the tutes, in addition to the class fee, they will charge. They will, in addition to the class fee, some online classes, they will charge a fee for the tutes. I won't charge. My class fee is a 2,800 a month. So when you pay 2,800, you will get the recordings relevant for that month. You can come for the live classes. If there is a tute for that month, you will get that also. You don't have to pay anything addition for tute printing. You only have to pay the courier charge. Courier charge I don't get, guys. Courier charge is for the courier company for delivering it all like that. So courier charge, every month it won't be there, only the months that we have tute. So courier charge is roughly around 360. Can be a little more, little less. That's you have to pay the courier company. I don't get a cent out of that. That's for the courier company. So you will only be paying 2,800 of a class fee. Nothing separate for tute printing. Nothing separate for recording. That's how the whole class and everything goes. So then, if you all have also, I'm registered under 3 institutes. I'm not doing classes under EduZone currently. I'm not sure because I felt they are not very organized. I don't do it with them now. They prefer physical classes, so they are doing physical ones. iTutor this is my own institute. In my institute, we don't have other subjects. We only do econ. I'm not very money-minded. I don't want to expand, and it's too much of trouble for me. I want to offer a good service for econ. There is only econ classes in my own institute. This is my contact number, my personal number, which is there in the group as well. So if you are registering, this is going forward. Some of you all are from this WhatsApp group, the iTutor group, where I have added you all. Some of you all are in the Satiha college group. So this is their admin's contact number. So only difference between the two institutes are you will pay the class fees to 2 different institutes. So if you all are from iTutor SL, you will pay the class fees to my account. If you are from Satya College, you will pay the class fees to their account. And you will be in 2 separate WhatsApp groups. iTutor people in a separate WhatsApp group, Satya College people in a separate WhatsApp. Class is the same. The class link will be sent to both the groups. You will join the same class. You will get the same tutes. You will get the same recording. Everything is the same. The different class time, everything same. There are no 2 separate times for 2 separate institutes. Class time, everything is the same. Only difference is you are at 2 different WhatsApp groups. You pay the fees to 2 different things. EduZone, I don't teach anymore. So it's only iTutor and Satya. Just to clarify the institutes if you all are confused. Right. Any questions that you all have? Now we need to get into the unit also. It's already 9:57. Gave you all an introduction. There is one question on Z scores. So there is something called the Z score. I'll come into it a little detail while I do the class. So Z scores are about, it's like a point system. It's about how well you do compared to the average student. There is like a small point. So usually to enter local universities, there are certain Z scores. If you want to get into Colombo management, you need to get a Z score of around 1.7 something. Japura management 1.78. Colombo law Z score of around 2. Calonia management 1.6. So likewise, there are some scores. So what are these Z scores? How does it work? Don't worry much about how. If you can get, let's say, 85 plus for all the 3 subjects, you will have a Z score enough to go into any university. Okay. Now, if you're joining the class, you will pay the administration. I'm not sure about Satya College. In iTutor, there is no registration fee. I don't know if Satya College charges. You can check with them. If you're joining through iTutor, that is, don't pay anything this month. For any institute, don't pay anything in December. In January, if you are joining, you have to only pay the 2,800 and join. My tutor, there is no registration fee, only the class. My institute, I don't charge because I don't want to waste any of your money. Satya College, I'm not sure. I have not heard them having a registration fee. You can ask them and see. If you're from in the Satya College group, just ask them and see. I don't think, but if they have, you will have to pay because that is not under my control. That is their institute. They will. In my institute, I don't have a registration. Okay. How do we calculate the Z score and all, Lamai? I'll come to it later. Don't worry about it. Which do we have same A-level econ? A-level econ syllabus, guys, has not changed. It's the same thing that was there for previous years. The difference comes in the current issue. So, for example, now during the 2020 A-level year, current issues was about COVID and all. So, how the COVID impacted the economy, what did the government do? So, now we don't talk about COVID. No? Now, last year we talked about the economic crisis. That is where it changes. The theories and all are the same. So, if you take the last year now unit number 1 and all, I told not practical. So, last year's unit number 1 is the same as this year's unit number 1. Not much change. But especially the grade 13 syllabus, that is the practical issues and all. There, it is different a little. The theories in those units are the same, but the issues we talk is different. So, example, if you are studying, let's say you had a sister from the previous batch. So, the first few units are the same. Theory is not. The last grade 13 units, the current context and all are different. That is where the difference lies from one batch to another batch. Accounting and all, no issues like that. Accounting, same. Last year, this year, same. Business studies also same. No issue with last year. Econ changes a little. Okay. Anything else? Questions? Questions? Problems? Fine. Right. So then, Lamai, shall we take a small 5-minute break? Now, this is the introduction part that I wanted to give. 1.5 hours done. We'll take a small 5-minute break and then we'll get into the unit itself. So I know all of you all don't have the tute yet. That's okay. But I don't want to only give an introduction today. We will start with the very basics of the unit. We will do a few past paper MCQs also. All of a sudden, I'll teach you a little bit and I'll put you to a past paper. Right? This is like me teaching you how to swim by teaching you theory and putting you the deep end in the pool. So we'll see how many of you all can study. Okay, we'll see. Okay. There are a few past papers and then I will finish from here. I'm not going into detail. Just the first page just for us to start. And after that, we'll go into detail. We'll pick up speed. Number one. How long of a break do you all want? It's 10:01 now. Is 10:05 enough? That's around 3 minutes. Or do you need a break until 10:10? That's around 8 minutes. Quick. 10:05 or 10:10? You can let me know on the chat box. Okay, so I'm going with the majority. Majority is saying 10:10 from the answers I have. Right. So we'll take a break until 10:10 then. So you have around 8 minutes. Walk around, get some water and come. And we will start with the first page of unit number 1. Take a break.